Hey, does this picture really show a stadium card stunt that created an image of Luffy, the anime character? Or are we just looking at some kind of big fat fake card stunt? I've got the answer to that gigantic question, plus answers to some other very strange curiosities sent in by you guys. Like this picture that claims to show a scientist from the Philippines who invented the videophone in 1954. This video claiming to show how farmers in Sweden are drilling holes in cows. And a shocking picture that wants us to believe a dead whale washed up on a beach filled with plastic trash. I've got all that plus my favorite fake of the week, so don't go away. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be getting down on that stadium-sized picture of Luffy in just a second, but first, just a little reminder, you still got time to win this fantabulous Samsung Galaxy Tab A, thanks to our sponsor this week, World of Warships Blitz. World of Warships Blitz is a 5 versus 5 PvP game that plunges you into intense naval combat. What I like about this game is you could be captain of your own ship, and the 3D graphics are insane. It has a huge variety of real ships and constant updates with new, cool features. Download this game from my link below for your chance to win big. That's right, all you gotta do is reach level 5 by September 8th, that's like a week from now, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win a brand new Samsung Galaxy Tab A. Now, how cool is that? The winner will be announced right here on Instagram and Facebook on September 14th. So what are you waiting for? Click on my link and be a winner! If you are a sports fan, you're probably already aware of stadium card stunts. That's where members of the audience hold up cards to create a huge message or image. But what about this card stunt showing what appears to be Monkey D. Luffy from the One Piece anime series? The picture was sent in by Natsumi Heartfilia, who just asked, is this real or fake? Natsumi, when I first saw this picture, I was like, why would anybody even need to ask if this is fake? Of course it's fake. But then, after a little research, I found out how advanced some of this technology is getting in these card stunts. And guess what? This thing just might be real. To give you an example of what I'm talking about, look at these other card stunts made to promote things like the Indian Premier Cricket League and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's even a video on YouTube about the people who produce card stunts.
Whether you want to promote your brand, celebrate a corporate milestone, build team pride, or just do something fun for your fans, nothing's more effective. Make your next event spectacular with card stunts from Kivit Productions.
So you see what I mean? Once you kind of dig into this subject, you start getting your head turned around about what's possible and what isn't it with these gigantic stadium card stunts. But anyway, what I think is one thing, but what you think is the most important thing on this show, next to what the official answer is. So I tell you what, why don't you go ahead and vote up there, I'll get this out, and we'll find out if old Bill was right, that it really is a real one, okay? Let's see what it says here. And it says, well, that the picture has been totally examined, and we looked at every little single pixel on it. And the bottom line is that, sometimes research really pays off, because this one is fake. Not one of those times where the research paid off, if you know what I mean. Thanks to my esteemed research team on Facebook and super sleuth Marinus Kramer, we discovered the original picture came from a cricket match in India. But the Luffy image was edited in thanks to this website. With just a few clicks, you can add your own picture, and like magic, it becomes a stadium card stunt. Picture showing Monkey D. Luffy, also known as Straw Hat, was created by Sabrina from Malaysia, who posted the results to her DeviantArt page.
Hey, love.
Hello.
Hi, Bamba. Give a kiss.
Skype and FaceTime have become famous for allowing us to communicate with each other with not only sound, but picture too. When I think about where this video phone technology came from, I think of people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. No doubt they were the ones who pushed their engineers in Silicon Valley to make this amazing technology a reality. And that's why I was so surprised when this picture came in. It claims to show a Filipino scientist named Gregorio Y. Zara who invented a working video phone way back in 1954, decades ahead of anything from Silicon Valley. The picture was sent in by Adolf Van Aldolfo, who wrote, "I just want to know if this claim is real or fake." Adolf, the Philippines by far is one of my favorite places in the whole world. And you know, I personally spent some time down there in Palawan on the boats and all that. It is unbelievable. The country is filled up with fantastic people, and as it turns out, Gregorio Zara turns out to be a real person because we checked it out. But here's the question. Did he really invent this video phone where you can hold on to a phone and look into a TV set and actually have a two-way conversation with somebody on the other end like he is with this woman? So I'll tell you what, put on your thinking cap, go up here and vote, and I'm gonna get out the official answer, and we're gonna find out what Mr. Zara actually did, if he did it. All right, let's see what it says here. And it says, wow. Well, all right, let me put it to you this way. If you voted fake, you, my friend, are on the wrong side of history because the answer is real. Although the concept of a video phone has been around since the late 1800s, there were no working models for many, many years. Germany and the United States both developed some experimental systems as early as the 1930s, but the modern video phone as we know it today was not introduced to the world until the early 1960s. It was called the AT&T picture phone.
We've done a wonderful job, and I think that we're going to see this picture phone system expanded about as rapidly as they're able to take care of it.
So while we can't say Gregorio Zara came up with the very first video phone, he was able to come up with a working model before AT&T and long before Silicon Valley. No word on what he and the woman on the TV were saying, but hey, I'm open to suggestion if you got anything. When you think about it, cows are pretty simple creatures who eat grass, chew, and take it easy. For centuries, they've been providing human beings with all sorts of benefits, and they do a really good job of it. So why would farmers suddenly feel the need to make holes in cows to make them do what they do even better? This video, sent in by Sonny Desari, claims that farmers in Sweden are indeed drilling holes in their cows. Sonny wrote, "Is this for real?" Sonny, my personal hope is that this thing is fake, and I hope this is not happening to those cows. But unfortunately, this is not a show about hope. It's a show about what's real and what's fake. So let's put our emotions aside for just a second, take a closer look, and see if we can find out what's going on here. The video was produced by a YouTube channel called Faxverse. Although they are not known for making up stories like, say, Freakin' News or Creepypasta, they could fall prey to misinformation just like the rest of us. In the video, they claim the farmers used this hole to monitor the cow's digestive system.
They're putting holes into the cow's stomachs so that they can transplant the bacteria and fungi if the cow's not able to.
Now if you ask me, the whole thing sounds just a little too BFF, if you know what I mean. But truth be told, I really don't know what the answer is. So I'll tell you what, let's clear our minds, let's breathe deep, let's get in touch with our feelings, and then let's go up here and vote our conscience as quickly as possible, because I want to get to this answer and find out if those holes are real or if something else is going on here like Photoshop or something like that. And it says, oh wow, it's real. Holy cow. Thanks to Facebook researcher Ryan Shires, we now know there really are cows in this world with a cannula in their side. They're called fistulated cows, and believe it or not, this strange practice started on a human being way back in 1822. It was then that a doctor discovered he could observe the digestive tract of his human patient through a hole in the patient's side. Since then, the practice has spread far and wide and into animals, especially cows. Many professionals in the field claim the practice does not harm the cows in any way, but many animal rights supporters claim it is nothing less than cruelty to animals. You can let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below.
I just want to say one word to you. Just one word.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Plastics.
As you may already know, our oceans are filled with tons and tons of plastic trash. In fact, it's estimated that 10 million tons of it finds its way into the sea each and every year. Who hasn't seen the video of the diver swimming through a literal forest of plastic trash that's been playing on the internet? I even made a video about it myself when I visited Bali a couple years ago. As you might imagine, that much plastic garbage is not good for the creatures who live in and around the sea, like fish, turtles, and even birds. But what about whales? I mean, are they affected by leftover plastics left in the ocean? This picture claims to show a whale that recently washed up on a beach in the Philippines and was so full of plastic it just poured out of its mouth. The picture was sent in by Max Dube, Death X King, Angel Rivera, and Boy Silper, just to name a few. Boy Silper wrote, "Could this be for real, Bill?" Guys, we all know there are places in the ocean that are covered with plastic debris. I mean, I'm talking the size of an island. We also know that whales eat all sorts of things from tiny little shrimp krill to pretty big marine mammals. But would a whale really eat plastic? I don't know. I'm not so sure. So I'll tell you what, why don't you guys go ahead and vote up here, and while you do, I want to give you a few of my feelings about what we can do to reduce the amount of plastic in the ocean. Now, number one for me, I don't drink out of plastic bottles anymore unless I absolutely have to, because I use this. This is like a Yeti cup and it's steel. I put coffee, I put water, put whatever I want in this thing, and I reuse it over and over and over again. The other thing I do is try not to use those plastic bags in the stores, especially the grocery stores. I take a reusable bag and I use that over and over and over. And I know what you're thinking, oh Bill, that's silly, that's like so minuscule. How can you change anything doing that? Well, the truth is, if 100 million of us would do that, we could make an impact. So why don't you join me? Let's reduce that use of plastic and help the oceans. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and get back to the business at hand and find out if that poor whale was really filled with plastic. And the answer is, thankfully, fake. The first Facebook readers to nail this one was Philip Anton and Jack King, who pointed out it is not a real whale, but actually a sculpture. This 73-foot installation was created by the environmental organization Greenpeace with the help of Philippine-Japanese creative agency Dentsu Jaime Saifu. Their purpose was to raise awareness about the dangers of ocean pollution. Okay, well that's all the time I have for this video, but hey, if you're thinking about clicking away right now, I wouldn't do that. I still gotta show you my favorite fake of the week, which is gonna be a doozy. But before we do that, I just wanna send out a big thanks and a big shout out to a 12-year-old sketch artist that goes by the name of Peru Barzin Wannabe, and who sent in this picture. Peru said he drew it to show his appreciation for the Real or Fake show. Well, thank you, Peru. I think I'm gonna hang this one up on my wall. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. If you have a picture and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave links or suggestions in the comment section because really, the only thing that is going to do is turn me into a mega screamer screaming, "You're driving me crazy!" See you next time. And now, my favorite fake of the week. It's a video that claims the giant clock tower known as Big Ben in London played music from the video game Undertale last year. It was the last song played before the big clock was silenced for repairs. Take a listen. As much as I would like this to be real, it's just a redubbed soundtrack by YouTuber Epre Troll over a story that was broadcast by British television. The real soundtrack sounds like this.